You know, we often talk these days about movie musicals that just don't hit anymore, whether because of CGI overdose, weird casting choices, or Hollywood forgetting that musicals actually need songs. But then there's another category of films, the ones that feel like they were cooked up in a lab, specifically for the theater kid to English major pipeline. And Wicked fits so perfectly into that category. Is it good? Yes. Is it a mess? Also yes. So today, I'm diving into why Wicked is both deeply flawed and deeply interesting. How its mise-en-scène sometimes works like a dream and sometimes like a group project gone wrong. Grab your broomstick, your disappointing CGI goat man, and let's fly. Part 1. The World of Us. How many greens is too many greens? One thing you have to understand about Wicked is that the mise-en-scène is doing 80% of the emotional labor here. The sets, the lighting, the color palette, all the stuff your film studies professor drools over. They're not just decorations, they're storytelling. Elphaba's world is all cold greens, harsh line, and sterile symmetry. Everything around her screams isolation and otherness. Meanwhile, Glinda's world looks like a cotton candy, bubblegum, and jewelry store had a baby. These choices work. They visually tell us who these girls are long before they start belting. But the problem is, the movie doesn't know when to stop. There are moments where Oz looks stunningly designed in a way only cinema can achieve, and then moments where it looks like someone accidentally applied the bloom filter maximum settings in After Effects. The constant CGI sheen also flattens the emotional beats. When every frame looks like a digital painting, nothing feels grounded. The world should feel enchanted, not like an NFT. But the intention is there, and to be fair, the intention often lands harder than some musical release in past decade.
Part 2. Elphaba and Glinda, Woman, Colors, and Complicated Friendship. The real center of this movie is the friendship, or sometimes rivalry, between Elphaba and Glinda. And honestly, this is the best part of Wicked. Ariana Grande as Glinda? Surprisingly really good. Yes, sometimes she uses her eyes too much when acting, but she truly understands Glinda. She shows that behind all the pink, the curls, and the sweetness, Glinda is actually an insecure girl who uses charm to protect herself. Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba? She doesn't just act, she becomes the character. Her Elphaba feels angry, vulnerable, smart, tired, and strong all at once. Like she is surviving through pure determination and hard work. But here's the issue. The movie moves too fast through their emotional moments. It feels like the movie is scared the audience will get bored if the characters aren't singing every few minutes. Their friendship actually needs more time and space to grow, and the mise-en-scène tries to help. For example, the way the characters stand close together or far apart reflect their relationship. But the fast pacing weakens what could have been a very deep and emotional story about friendship. You can see that the director really wants to build this relationship, but you can also imagine the studio interrupting and saying things like, make it shorter, add more sparkles, more bubbles.
Part 3. Who are you? Alright, let's talk about Madame Marble. We love Michelle Yeoh. Everyone loves Michelle Yeoh. She is a mother, she is an icon, she is everything. But she is not Madame Marble. Like, if you told me right now she won Academy Award for Best Actress in 2023, I wouldn't believe you. Her performance feels like she's acting in a different movie entirely. Where Cynthia and Ariana are grounded and emotionally present, Michelle Yeoh gives, I read the script once, made a character in my head and refused to adjust even when the director backed. She plays Marble like she's delivering exposition in a sci-fi opera. Every line has this very serious gravitas that just doesn't fit the campy villainess she's supposed to be. Marble should be deliciously manipulative, theatrical, and low-key hilarious. Yeoh's version is, I don't know, confused, totally out of sync, And it's like she's wandered in from Crazy Rich Asians but forgot the script. Imagine giving Michelle Yeoh, one of the most expressive actors alive, a character whose main personality trait is talk slowly and vaguely threaten people. It's a waste. Her presence looked great in the mise-en-scene. I mean, like the costume, the lighting lofts her cheekbones. But in terms of performance, it's wooden, and I hate saying that because she has literally never been wooden a day in her life. Some casting directors somewhere thought Michelle Yeoh equal prestige. The prestige is not right for the role.
Part 4. Themes: oppression, girlhood, media manipulation, and bad wigs. Even though Wicked has problems, one thing it does well is its political themes. The story still talks clearly about unfair system and discrimination, propaganda and fake news, how society creates heroes for their own benefit, the struggles of girlhood, and how powerful institutions use talented young people for their own goals. The movie tries to show these ideas visually too. For example, the mise-en-scène often makes Alphaba look small inside huge rooms or giant government buildings. This is a simple but effective way to show how powerless she feels in this world. But there's a problem. The movie uses too much CGI because everything looks clean, shiny, and digital. The world doesn't feel scary or heavy. Instead of feeling controlled by the system, sometimes it feels like you're watching a wallpaper background. Even with this issue, the theme still stays strong because of the characters themselves express them, especially Elphaba, who basically goes through every stage of being misunderstood. Another child, the one smart student used as a token, someone the system tries to control, a political target, and finally a villain created by the media. If this sounds familiar and in today's world, yes, it is. The movie is not trying to be subtle or deep about it. And honestly, that's okay. Musicals are not meant to hide their messages. They sing them out loud. Part 5. So, is Wicked worth watching? Yes, but with some warnings. Wicked 2024 is a film that is beautiful to look at, full of colors, emotion, and huge musical moments. It is also messy, sometimes too crowded and not always smooth in its storytelling. It's the kind of film that can make you excited one minute and annoyed the next. Wicked is a stunning and emotional film that is definitely worth watching, but it's not the perfect masterpiece it wants to be. If you enjoy musicals, dramatic friendships, magical visuals, or watching Cynthia Erivo perform like she's giving 200% in every scene, then you will probably love this film. If you like sparkly costumes, big sets, and creative mise-en-scène, this movie gives you plenty to enjoy. But if you are sensitive too much to CGI, if you get frustrated when movies move too fast or skip important emotional moments, or if you prefer a more grounded acting style, then some parts of this movie might drive you a little crazy. And yes, Michelle Yeoh sometimes does sound like she's reading lines she just saw 5 seconds ago. Still, even with all its flaws, Wicked 2024 remains interesting. The film has something to say, it has big ideas, it has ambition, and most importantly, it has heart. The kind of heart that many Hollywood films today doesn't even try to have. So, is it perfect? No, but is it worth your time? Absolutely. And honestly, that already makes it better than half the movies Hollywood releases these days.
And that's it for our review of Wicked. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this helpful or interesting, feel free to like, comment, or share your thoughts. See you in the next video.